people, welcome back to Flights of Fancy. I am Sarah, and today we'll be coloring in that Knotwork Twi'lek I did last time. I'm going to be using watercolors. They're some kind of old watercolors. I don't want to know how old they are, but they still seem to work fine. I had a little trouble opening the lids on a few, but I had a great time coloring this piece in. I didn't really put it on watercolor specific paper, but it seemed to have worked out just fine. It didn't warp too bad. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos where I color in my illustrations. We can make this more of a regular thing, who knows? And I'm also working on my voiceovers, and that's different and interesting, I hope. So let me know if you like those. And this is a baby channel, so I would appreciate if you like them to subscribe. They're getting to a point where I'm really happy with the results. So I'd really appreciate it. I know we are really going places. All right, let's get coloring. Well, as I said, these colors are about probably at least 10 years old, so it's really hard to get the caps off of some of them, but they worked just fine. I picked out too many colors to start. Mix them all up. That part's pretty fun. And it's been a while since I've painted with watercolors. I used to just love painting with watercolors, my preferred method. But it's taken me a sec to get in the hang of it again. I just filled everything in with sort of a watery teal here to match my Leku tentacles. It's just so satisfying watching the coloring just come in. Sorry, I don't have much to say for this part. And then later I went back and shaded it, of course. It had already dried a little bit, so I changed up my methods later. Okay, here we go. Paint in a little bit of color, and then I used a little water to blend. Make sure wanted to look, like a 3D round tentacle. Leku are very versatile. The Twi'lek can communicate with them. They have sort of a tentacle sign language. Made sure to get the shadows dark and the highlights light. It's really fun. There's this old show, like a painting show for kids I used to watch when I was really little, and this catchphrase sticks in my head, something about how he really liked the coloring and the shading part. Love the shading part. I have to look that up. I don't remember how that goes. All right, fun part with the face. In my actual makeup, I colored my upper lip darker and my lower lip lighter to kind of make my face look more like a painting. Oh, and then the purple. And this time, I colored it in sort of a medium purple, and then I removed some of the color with sort of a dry brush. So it picked up color to make it lighter. And then I went in and made the darks darker. That seemed to work a little better, a little faster. Trying not to let the colors pool too much. Also, you don't want to let them dry or there'll be sort of a weird little edge. Gotta fill in the whole thing and then shade. And the awkward thing about my costume is that the corset and the bodice and the little skirt and the pants were all the same shade of purple, and they were different textures, but they were almost exactly the same color. So it was really hard even for a camera to pick up the details. It was velvet and this sort of corduroy material. I used a pair of corduroy pants. It was a purple velvet dress that I made into a jumpsuit. to make it seem more Star Wars-y. And then I used the corduroy pants for the corset and the little skirt and the cuffs of the pants and the cuffs of the sleeves. And I had a lot of fun with that. It's not a particular Star Wars character, it's just a made-up Star Wars character for this LARP. But I did make this Star Wars cloak, this Jedi cloak, for a particular Star Wars character. Early on I did a Aayla Secura costume. So anyway, I did an Aayla Secura costume and I made this Jedi cloak to go along with that. Or I think I also had no, I didn't. It was just the Aayla Secura. She's a Jedi, so she had like the belt and the cloak and the sleeves. Oh wait, I guess I did have a Jedi character, just like a generic Jedi character, because they have a more of a kimono look. Anyway, that was a while ago. But that cloak's been hanging around, so it came in handy later. Aayla Secura, of course, has one long sleeve, one short sleeve, little flappity thing in front, leggings, boots. Oh, the background, yes. I was trying to get the background to look sort of like gleaming gold. Oh, and then the flick technique. Love the flick technique. I had to squeeze that in. Gives it atmospheric texture. I love it. I love this face. I've got this little dangly thing in the costume. Oh. Well, anyway, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Shoes and socks, shoes and socks. What are you eating? You having some pretend snacks?